I realized I've been doing this a real long time, and I realized that the best way to normalize queer relationships is to show them exactly as they are, because they're normal.
Congratulations on No Good Deed. There's a lot going on in this, Liz.
Yes, yes there is.
Well, and I want to begin maybe not with an easy question, but to me it feels like a real disruption of the American dream and nuclear family and capitalism. Would you touch on that?
Yes, I mean there are definitely there's a motif in there for sure that we are exploring, which is what is exactly the American dream in terms of the material desire to buy this house, and like what does that house represent? Yeah. And also really important to me to show that that aspiration is something that we all share, you know, which is where Abbi and Poppy Lou's character come in, because for me it was just really important to show that we all want the same stuff, you know. We all share the same dream to protect our families, to keep our families safe, and to aspire to a level, you know, of comfort, you know, that anybody would want.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much. And Abbi, would you talk a little bit about this relationship between Leslie and Sarah, Poppy's character, which they have this beautiful abiding relationship, but there are secrets. Yeah. And the idea of building a life, a future, on a foundation that is shifting, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's out to Liz's credit and the other writers. I think all the characters in the show have that. They're all dealing with these big things, and they all have like this very specific relationship. So Poppy and I, Sarah and Leslie, they are, and just like our dynamic, like we hit it off so fast as actors, and they have this really incredible relationship. And then there's stuff that they're not sharing with each other. And they're making assumptions about how the other one feels, which is, I think, something most people constantly do. You think you know how the other person feels about something, and so you go about it as you would. And I think that that relationship in particular is a really great example of like, you need to talk about all the stuff going on, and it's so much easier if you just do it and you explain how you feel about the situation. I'm being so vague because I don't want to reveal
There's so much going on.
The stuff, but I mean, I think all the characters really have these secrets that if they just talked about it, I guess that's what TV is, but makes good TV. But also just to say on your last thing, I love that like we all do aspire to that, and then you're also showing that when you get it, there's all this other stuff underneath it. Like it's not just happiness doesn't come with the house.
Yes.
All this, you know, life still hits you from other angles.
Yeah. I'm always interested in exploring like the idea of wherever you go, there you are. You know. Yeah. You can run as fast as you want, but, you know, you're going to follow yourself there.
So if I get a roaming visa to Iceland right now, I'm still going to be me.
Yeah, you might be a little bit more comfortable there.
Yeah. Well, to that end, Liz, you are really so sharp at kind of getting queer storytelling into a bigger picture. And I think, you know, that's a really great way to do it. And it's incredibly important right now, especially. Would you talk about the power of telling these stories? You've got several queer characters in this.
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of totally nailed it, which is I realized I've been doing this a real long time, and I realized that the best way to normalize queer relationships is to show them exactly as they are, because they're normal. And so it's not about shining a light or making the story about the fact that someone's queer or about the fact that two women want to have a kid together. Isn't that crazy? It's just about showing them in the context of a family and in the context of people who want a home and people who have dreams and work hard. And, you know, I experience life every day as a queer person, and that's just my life, and I just live, and I'm a normal person, and I want the same things everybody wants, and I do feel a responsibility as a storyteller and a writer to show and represent us in a positive but very real light. You know, I mean, I think we're sort of, for me, I'm beyond the coming out story at this point. I've gotten to tell that story, and that was a real, you know, an honor to do that at the time. But now I just, you know, want to show us in the fabric of the communities that we live in, because we are a vital, you know, part of those communities.